F-15s firing up. That distinctive howl. How cool is that? Fifi! Now I know exactly where that's happening as well, because if you remember, we went airside with these guys at the 48th Fighter Wing. The Statue of Liberty, the Liberty Wing. Interesting. Where they were originally based, in Chaumont in France, I believe it is. No, that's another piece of history. They were originally based in Chaumont, but then they became the Statue of Liberty Wing. There's another one. So I know exactly what's going on over there. I remember when we were here airside and all that was going on, it was chaos, but it was very well organised chaos. So F-15s and F-35 Lightning II A models, you see over there, you can't really, can you? But over there is the pad where these jets will be coming out down this taxiway here, turning left onto that pad, which is where the F-15s will have all their tags removed, armament tags and so on and so forth. Of course, the F-15 has external pods, whereas the F-35 has everything inside the belly. When the F-35s come out, you'll see them. They've already had all the checks and everything done. Interesting to note as well.
Do you know which way they're taking off?
They're going out that way, mate.
Going that way?
Yeah. So, interestingly enough, is our friends at the security teams doing the rounds? Yeah, the hangars, the new hangars that they've built for these 35s, these Lightnings, are actually shaped in the same way, stealthy. They're kind of stealthy hangars, which is quite cool. But a lot of those have popped up all over the place around the airfield. Of course, you can see the old HAS bunkers, these concrete ones here, blast-proof bunkers. That they house the F-15s in, and obviously aircraft of the past as well. Not sure how long they've been there, but obviously quite some time from back in the day when they may have had what here, F-16s? I don't know. But yeah, I'm confident that we're going to be quite busy today. It's a bit of a gamble when we come to Lakenheath. Sometimes it's quite quiet. There's not a lot going on, but I'm quite confident that. That it's going to be quite busy. Also to note, this pad over here, to the right of me here, is a secondary pad where they sometimes park up, or where they come across and just hold position and wait. Sometimes it's crazy; they can be waiting for 20 minutes there. It's insane. But the fact that the extinguishers are there might mean that we could see some hot pitting exercises later on. No guarantees there, of course. You just don't know. You've got no idea of what's going on, where they're going to. They could be heading out over the North Sea. They could be going down over the north of France, or over the Channel, or wherever it might be. But there are designated areas around the UK. I think most of the time they're up the north, but Donanook as well is another bombing range where they might take on exercises. Air-to-air refuelling exercise is quite a big thing as well. We've got RAF Mildenhall way off in the distance there. Clear skies today, so we should be able to catch the KC-135 tankers that are going to be going up to support these guys, but also to support the Foons from Coningsby as well, I believe. But anyway, look in your history books, go to Wikipedia, go to 48th Fighter Wing, RAF Lakenheath, steeped in history, and good morning to everybody at RAF Lakenheath if you happen to be watching. Got me army style jacket on today. So, yes, we should. We should. Right, let's get on with it. You've seen enough of my ugly mug. Yeah, no, we should. We should. I was actually thinking, Gilly, we could do one with sort of like Action Man type. Not that I'm an action man. I'm just thinking, you know, with the old army style font, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Where it's stamped on the box. Okay, so they should be appearing over the top of that taxiway. As we were talking about, folks, these bunkers here, they're dotted all around the airfield. You might see aircraft being pulled out of there. Interesting to note that normally we would see a couple of aircraft parked up over here. So I think that the majority of these aircraft are parked up and firing up over and around the other side, out of sight, that we can't see. Is it a tail there that I can see? No, I don't think so. No, just being stupid. So as you can see, the blast shelters there, those huge blast doors there. Thetford. Now it's potentially a mix of 35s and 15s. Normally they're in separate groups, obviously. Oh, okay, interesting. Joe Spitfire, thank you. So the 35s, KC-135s, do not refuel the Foons because the Foons can only refuel with baskets. What he's talking about there is the end of the fueling line has a basket on it. What appears to be a basket. It's actually a guiding mechanism, which you know, as soon as it's sort of like a bonnet. Bonnet as in you know, a lady's bonnet, but the opposite way round. Is that the best way? A basket. Well, it's a basket. That's what we called it, a basket, wasn't it? Stupid boy. The Strike Eagle. Of course, the chicken in a basket. Here they come. Ah, the taxiway's closed. There we go, there we go. So who was that who said that the 35s would be coming from our right? Steve Parkin, thank you. Or Stephen Parkin, yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few of them in there, hey? Yeah, good, decent, let's say, 4-ship there. So they will be approaching from the old farm buildings down there. So so this entire taxiway is closed then, is it? We've had that before, haven't we? Okay, interesting. So that pad is redundant, is it? These are just crazy aeroplanes, man. Put them up against an F-15, and they look quite small. You can see that white ceramic at the back of the engine. I think that's literally a heat shield. The best material to use for hot stuff. Okay, there we go. If you think there's a problem with your audio, folks, check it your end first. You know, before we go, you know, pulling wires out and doing all of that thing. Okay, so F-15s will use the main page. Yeah, no, I understand that. I appreciate that. But what I'm... wow, there's a lot of 35s coming out, man. There's a lot of 35s coming out. No, they're not coming towards us. I can hear them coming up towards us. I can hear them taxiing up towards us now. They wouldn't have gone... they wouldn't have crossed the active. They wouldn't have crossed the runway. Crossed the runway? Ah, yeah. Hang about, listen to this. The F-35 Lakenheath 2 single pilot operator here. No Wizzo on board the F-35. The F-15s have a two-man crew. Not Fu Manchu, a two-man crew. Pilot up front, Wizzo in the back, weapons systems operator in the back. These guys are fully automated lock-on stuff, just very highly sophisticated systems on board. I'm keeping it on that shot, folks, because they are going to appear and it is going to be a fantastic shot. Trust me, I'm a doctor. All-weather stealth multi-role combat aircraft. Does everything you need it to do. Of course, like I say, unlike the F-15s, all the armaments are inside the aircraft, in bomb bays, so to speak. Oh, here they come. Blimey, it's really going to get going in it, eh? Look at this, man. Now, these are the E's, the E variant F-35s, F-15s. Of course, all the old C models have now gone. I think the Air National Guard have got hold of a few of them, haven't they? Oh, mate, this guy's coming at me from both angles. Surveillance and reconnaissance capabilities. Okay, I'm going to shut up and let the engines do the talking. Philip Lowry mentioning the Anchorage military. Yeah, crazy fighter exercises, quite clearly interception or dogfight exercises of some description over the skies of Alaska that we caught live on our show last week. I did get rather excited, I have to say. It's a bit of an understatement. Single engine on the 35, twin engine on the F15. One big bruising engine. Oh yeah. Time to go to work. Rolling them straight out. Ah, we've got some going on to the remote. Flat out, man. Flat out. Look at this lot waiting. Yeah. They couldn't be better lined up, could they? Yeah, OCD. Bootle lad, that woke me up. More. Just keep bringing them. Keep bringing them. Quality mobile video. You see a ton of F35, F22s out and around. HML Honolulu, wow. Joe Spitfire. I guess Linus still, isn't it? Linus still. MP, it's a whole litter. Yeah. What a lineup. See now these guys running the big drop tanks that you can see look like big missiles, but they're not. Or look like big bombs, but they're not. They're fuel tanks. What would be classified in the old days as drop tanks. I And the reason I say that is because the P-51 Mustangs, when they were designated to or assigned to escort the B-17s out of their UK bases over Germany, it just meant that these the B-17s could be escorted all the way deep into Germany, with the P-51s using the drop tanks, which were literally made of a form of paper. So they call them drop tanks, even though they're not drop tanks. Of course, the F-35, like I say, this is the A variant. The B variant is what the RAF have, with the VTOL capability. I think there's actually still a group of 35s to my right. Chad Hart, Arizona Seattle Seahawks fan. Hello everyone watching from the United States of America. Chad, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. TCC, I used to think the external fuel tanks were massive bombs. Yes, that's quite easily, yes. Tarnish 7 at work. Keep it down, Tarnish 7, keep it down. Paul Probert, goosebumps. Helen Clapp going to blame Big Jet for being latex. Well, I don't know about that. Blame yourself. I know. Sir, yes, sir, Mr. President, sir. See if they do a F&F check. When they do an F&F check on these things, it's like winding the stick round in a almost like stirring the soup. Or whatever it is to stir. Wade Perry tuning in from Australia. G'day, Wade. Off to Sid Jackson. Two shits. Escorted me, didn't he, the other day? Quite chilly here, folks. Does my watch say what temperature it is? It says everything else, doesn't it? No. What does it say there? I'll just look on the weather app. Right now, 12 degrees. Yeah. Now, click what on my phone? Click what on my phone? On my phone? On my phone or the... Yeah. 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 Yeah, brings up the menu. Yeah. Nope. No, not there. So what these guys are doing, folks, I know a lot of you already know this, but just for those who are new to Big Jet TV or military planes TV as we are today, these guys are doing the final checks to make sure that all the external pins have been removed. Visual checks. So there's a number of them on each aircraft. Arming pins, not so much steering pins or anything like that, but mainly arming pins and whatever locking mechanisms they use. So there's a few people who will track these aircraft. Mick, they also make drop tanks out of wax paper. 35's moving off. The refueling arm in there, possibly. Furnace in there, isn't it? That'll cook your marshmallows in a couple of seconds, won't it? Flipping heck. Wow! Look at that, look at them. Yeah. More coming, man. It's just, I told you there was more around the corner. Over the gap. Rogue dustbin lorry getting in on the action. He wears a dustman's cap. He wears good blimey trousers. Oh, look at this lot here. Look at that. Wow, sounds like they're right over the top of us, man. All over the bleeding place. I'm surrounded by military jets. Yeah. Watch these things go out, man. See the Wizzo in the back there? Weapons systems operator. Fuel tanks, extra fuel tanks on the E model. Wow. Heat haze is just something else. See that bulge? The bulge? Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, here we go again with a bleeding car alarm. So who knows where they're going? European Congo thief. Plane Crazy Andy, some military planes can be trained to build they can. You alright, mate? Oh yeah, you alright? Yeah, not bad, thanks.
Well, my husband always watches you, and I obviously have to watch as well. And he might come
Poor
and say
you.
hello, so no.
Got some stickers?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Alright, no worries. Did you want to get a selfie then?
She does want to see.
Well, you stand there and you take a picture and I'll do the back. I'll do it from the back.
Thank you. I want to thank Lakenheath for this week, so what?
Oh, no. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Jerry.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Take care.
So,
I thought she was with you.
we were sitting watching you and we were wondering what you were saying, so we watched you in the car. And we were put it on in the car and we're sitting listening to what you were saying. I'm like, that something big's happening today.
Something big's happening today. You reckon?
Well,
Because of the numbers going up?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, yeah. It's certainly a big contingent.
He's in the RAF cadet, so this is his future, hopefully.
Oh, you want to join the RAF, do you, mate? Absolutely, man. You just keep on it. Study hard, work hard, have fun, yeah, but just be responsible with it and just work hard, man. Put your head down and yeah, best job in the world, mate. Can you imagine flying one of these things, eh? Or phones or whatever it is you want to fly. Brilliant, man, brilliant. Keep doing it. Alvanor 0293. Cheryl Howard, Deb Butler. Jamie R.W. Alvanor. Martin Saxton, generally able to track Foons on ADSB. You able to track the US Air Force? Of course, some people might be a little bit confused with the fact that this is called RAF Lakenheath. It's Ministry of Defence land, but has been operated by the United States Air Force since, well, I don't know, late 40s, 50s, something like that. Of course, back in those days, sabres and blimey, what are we talking about? Some F35s and F15s maybe off to the Mac Loop dog frightening, I think, dog fighting over the North Sea. Mind you, there's going to be a few frightened dogs, yeah, fair enough. Paul B08, thank you. Maybe off to the Mac Loop. Didn't the RAF get banned from the Mac Loop a while back, like a year ago or something? I think it might have been reinstated there, but I think they were for flying too low, or mind you, how can you fly too low through the Mac Loop? Obviously doing something wrong. Arthur Benny got everything on and no squawks, no chatting either. There we go. Listen to the squealing noise that you hear, folks. That's the actuators on the nozzles at the back of the engine. Very, very, obviously, as well as everything else, a very sophisticated piece of technology. It has to be so well synchronized. Cali King 916, California, checking in. Good day to you. Good morning, California. It's good. It is early morning. Blimey, it's late night, isn't it? It's a lone wolf going out. Oh, it's a Gatling gun, is it? Is that the Gatling gun, really? Positioned there. These things have got a 22mm Gatling gun bolted to them. Watch the nozzles squeeze there, they go. So now we sit and wait. I think that might be, I don't know. We have in the past had bigger exercises than that, big numbers, should I say. But what we will wait now for will be the return of these jets as they head back for lunch. I'm going to be able to see these. Oh, he's coming his gear down already, man. He's at a dizzy height though. Wow. Really? Well, it's a rapid descent, man. Red or blue hoodie. Wow, look at this. Where's he come from? Blimey. Short circuits, man. Sudden burst of power, man. Sounds like they're going to go, but oh man, it's just so cool. Yeah. Oh man, it's just such a beautiful crackling sound. Love it. Okay, there we go. Right, back to talking. Deb Butler sounds like someone with all the ideas but hasn't spoken to the people who know what it all costs. Yeah, Deb, you know, there is something definitely. David Beeston, do they have a gaming class on an F35? Tony Hayes, boys are back in town. Bootle Lad, Magic, Philip Lowry, excellent. Sandy Hubby, loving this Mick gaming class. So when you lose your third life, they throw you out. River Phillips. I love the way the sound comes a couple of seconds later. Alan Burden. Looks like that was a practice engine failure. Wow. Mojave, that's woken everyone up. John H. Miles. Ant-Man. Peter Ridley. Awesome. Abby Garvey. This is making the walk to T4 go past quickly. The walk to T4. Oh yes, yes, Abby's at Heathrow. Yeah, yeah. Sorry we couldn't get you, Abby. Sorry about that. But she's obviously walking to T4. From where? Okay, so she's walking around the perimeter down to T4. Okay. Mycroft Holmes trimming the trees on the way to the runway. Nick Gray, Neil Robinson, that F135 is some engine. HGC, Avro Arrow. I think I know a few. Peter Gourlay. Where are all the 747s? Quality mobile video. Do a casino on top floor of the 380. That might work. Yeah. Alexander Wood. Boot will add some poke on those F35 engines. Yeah, let's just have a little look, shall we? What is quite interesting is the power output on these jet fighter engines is nowhere near what we're used to experiencing on, like, you know, the GE90s or the Trents, the big Trents, you know, in terms of their power output put in thrust, you know, 90,000 pounds thrust. These are sort of like 15, 20,000 pounds with additional afterburner thrust increase, but even so, it's more about power to weight ratio, because these things don't weigh very much. They're also built, these fighter jets, they're built unstable, so that they're just so that they're more agile and have much more dogfight capability, turning capability, I should say. Let's just first flew in 2006, entered service with the US Marine Corps, F35B variant, of course, the VTOL variant in July 2015, followed by the US Air Force F35A in August 2016, and the US Navy F35C in February 2019. F35C, so what's that? What's that? Because that's obviously another carrier variant, isn't it? Is that very short, sort of like, you know, has both capabilities? I don't know. Wow. The US plans to buy 2,456 F-35s through 2044. Wow, 2,456 F-35s. And that's across all of their US Air Force, Navy and Marine Corps. It's expected to be the cornerstone of NATO and US allied air power, and to operate until 2070. Just 51 feet in length, 35-foot wingspan, sitting 14.4 feet off the ground, wing area 460 square feet, aspect ratio 2.66. I think that's the wing. Is that the wing? I'm not sure. Empty weight 13 tons, gross weight 22 tons, maximum takeoff weight 29 tons, fuel capacity 8,278 kilos, so that's 8 tons of fuel that she can take on. Powered by a Pratt & Whitney F135 PW100 afterburning turbofan. 28,000 dry thrust, 43,000 with the afterburner. So there we go. I was a little bit way out. And that's for those who know their newtons. 125 newtons thrust dry and 191 newtons afterburner. She can do Mach 1.6 at altitude. She has a range of 1,500 nautical miles. Combat range of 669 nautical miles. So I'm guessing, you know, the range is would be a ferry range. Would that be right? To be able to ferry her with nothing on board, like a dry weight, so to speak, almost with nothing on board other than the fuel. But the combat range, obviously, when she's using up all her fuel to dogfight, she can fly upwards of 50,000 feet. G limits of 9+. Wow. 9 Gs. It's crazy, man. Thank you. Okay, we believe the F-15s are returning, folks. She has 125 mil, 125 mil GUA, 4-barrel rotary cannon with 180 rounds. Hard points. So these are all the internal hard points. 4 internal stations, 6 external stations on wing with a capacity of 5,700 pounds internal, 15,000 pounds external. Okay, so it does have external mounting points. Oh, okay. And in terms of her missile carrying capability, it's just an array of air-to-air missile capabilities, air-to-surface missiles, anti-ship missiles, bombs, joint direct attack munition, paveway, the precision-guided glide bomb, B-61 Mod 12 nuclear bomb, avionics. She has all that bristling with radars, electro-optical targeting systems. It's just incredible. And of course these will be updated, firmware updates and stuff like that, literally, as it oh, hold on, here we go, here they come. I wonder if I can pick them up this time. Let's see if I can pick them up this time. It's only 9:15. Here they come. Oh, these 35s, mate. Oh, don't turn your car alarm on, man. Don't turn your car alarm on. 10 feet away from it. Oh no. Gear's gonna come down. It's a great shot, this one. Free ship. Could be a run and break. Possibly here with this 3 ship. No, it won't be. That was a run and break, though, wasn't it? Wasn't it called a run and break? I don't know that guy down there in Perino. He said they might do another flyby. Brilliant. Do different. Blimey, he's gone a long way out there. Wow. Oh, bleeding thing's gone over. Ah, dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That's why they went long, because of these two coming back. Now what's going to happen here? It's a 2 ship in it. Lights ablaze. This could be quite low. It's going to run and break. Here we go, here we go, here we go. He's covering him off. The geezer on the left's covering the geezer on the right up, or the lady on the left, or whatever. Activating. Interestingly enough, what's going on here? A couple of vehicles, KC-135. One of the tankers heading back to Mildenhall. Could be on exercises. Wow, look at this guy, look how low he is, man. Speed brake activated. Not all of them use it. This guy's coming in hot, mate. Back to London. Or 11s maybe. Could be hopefully a little bit of hot pitting going on, I don't know. So they are just see which way they're. Oh, there's a fourth ship coming. Split two. Yeah, two fire engines, two fire units, which have now. These are the F35s returning, I think. Cruiser. Donald, where's your cruiser? Coming at us. Straight over the top. Oh. Yeah. Sounds like they're powering up to go out. Atom. Such stiff undercarriage. Wow, just zero flex. I can't imagine there's much in the way of suspension down there, is there? Was that F15 doing parked up down there? Is he? There's actually a few of them, isn't there? Now, what's that all about then? What's that all about then? Hey, hey. They're active, aren't they? They're on. Something's funny. It's definitely not laughing at one of my jokes. Alexander Wood.
Dad!
Max bank angle. A lone 35. Or is it two of them? No, it's two of them. One lower than the other. Get out. Sprung at all, have they? Got to be sprung in some way. Obviously, the tyres act some way in for. Certainly doesn't seem like it. That's for sure. It's a big gaggle of F-15s parked up down the end there. Are they hot pitting possibly? Are we going to see some hot pitting exercises? Sean Pascal, good morning to you. Mikey, all powered by Duracell. The batteries are also available. River Phillips. Philbo, all been in stealth mode on radar. Max bank angles. So is there an issue with the F-15 that went round with the raised air brake? Possibly, Max bank angle. That may have been the one. Because they do use the air brake from time to time. But less times than, you know. Matthew Clark, interesting comparison. The more powerful A350 Trent XWBs are £48,000 each, but maximum takeoff weight of the 350 is 304 pounds per tonne, and the F35 is 880 pounds per tonne. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Getting up. Don't know if you just got up on your way to work. At work. Tea break. Whatever you're doing. Hope you're well. So there was a big group of a collective. What do you call it? Collecting. A font of F35. Sorry. Dave Mack, amazing how quick the undercarriage goes down and up on those jets. Incredible, yes. Deborah Davies, what is the temperature there today? Well, I had the jacket on. That's come off. The sun is blazing. Temperature's cool. I can't. I wouldn't want to take the. I wouldn't want to lose the hoodie. I think the hoodie's going to stay on. I don't think we're going to get much more than sort of like 16, 18 degrees here today. And oh, Fred Vernals, they can fly the circuit with the air brake up. Neil Robinson raised air brake is to bleed speed off. Indeed, that's why it is an air brake. Andy Law. UK air bases such as Brighton, Conisbee, Lossiemouth, others have no military jets. Confused there. They certainly do. I think F-15s you can see parked up are having the safety pins put back in after landing. Fred Vernal saying, "Okay, was that? Is there a pad down there? Then there must be a pad down there." But what is interesting is normally, which way did they go, folks? Did they go to the camera's left or right? Because if they went to the right, that would mean that they're going to be off down the right-hand side of the airfield. If they were going left, they'd be going back to their because what's interesting is just haven't seen any activity up this end. Normally, every time we've been here, there's always been one or two F-15s parked up there. I wonder if they've deactivated possibly those bunkers. Those hangars. Hangar doors opening up on that one. Long range. You can certainly hear the engines. Neil Robinson, John Thane. Vinnie Jones, good morning to you. At work having a quick watch. Sue Cowder is going to hit 22 degrees today up in Norwich. River Phillips saying, well, good job I bought the silly hat then, isn't it? Lord Geeker all day, Deborah Davies. Aviation in 4K, KC-10 and 762 heading your way over France now. A KC-10? Are we going to see a KC-10 gracing us with its presence?
Jerry?
You off, mate?
I sent you an email with a picture.
Nice one, fella. Thank you.
Right.
Take care. Drive safe, yeah?
Indeed.
Good luck to your son, yeah? Fred Vernals, they went left from you back to their hangars. Ah, okay. The other day, the Airbridge taxiway in front of you was closed. Okay. Well, the 15s used this one this morning, didn't they? On their way out. F35s came out from their position down there. Yeah, we'll just have to see. Because normally, like I say, the one thing that's yeah, normally there's more vehicles parked up here. A lot of people who are familiar with the layout here and what we're used to normally seeing would be the folks who work down at the at that pad. Usually their vehicles are parked up over there. Just the one there today. Well, two if you're counting him. Yeah. The thing is, you don't really want to go off air and then all of a sudden it kicks up. I think everything that has been that went out has come back, hasn't it? That's one thing for sure. Neil Robinson, 494th path. FS Panthers are on night ops till around 8 PM. Out with Alpha Jets on 323s. Mama Todd, good morning to you. Mark Waite, the side effect of being near there is, as a kid in the 80s, is I did get to see an SR-71 land and take off from both Lakenheath and mostly Mildenhall. Wow, Mark, you lucky guy, man, lucky guy. Has to your left being used by the Alpha Jets. Oh, okay, so that's why they're dormant right now, I guess the best word to use, because they're going to be used for night ops. We'll get back for some night ops later on in the year, folks. We've done one night ops show here, haven't we, Jilly? Thank you, Fred. Gareth Fowler. Nigel Cleaning. Remembers the SR-71s at Mildenhall. Wow. Wow. Great days and times they must have been. Yeah. Well, I think the hoodie's going to come off. I think it's just too hot. If I get a bit cold, I'll just put it back on again, can't I? Okay, right, stand by. You there, Jelly? You there? Yeah. Are you there, Jelly, or hello? Okay. AH-64 494th went through Mac Loop around 7 o'clock last night. Okay. Nigel Clinning. Mildenhall was the home of Detachment 4 of the 9th Strategic Reconnaissance Wing, so usually 2 based there, 2 SR-71s. Wow, yeah. Neil Robinson. Whole beach across fields in the distance, quality mobile video. Wow. Gary Lyon, good morning. Okay. Silly hat going on. Stand by. Yeah. Craig Bruce, Neil Robinson. Catherine Green, thank you. Mycroft Holmes, newbie. Does Big Jet TV go to the Macloof? No. There you go, mate.
Here we go. What do you say? Thanks very much. Not quite sure you're on live or not.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Awesome, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Awesome show.
Cheers, man.
Awesome, man.
Cool, man.
What do you say, Emma?
Cheers, hi. Mycroft, no, we don't. We don't do the Mac Loop for a couple of reasons. Well, actually, 3 reasons. Am I going to get 3 reasons out of it? Firstly, signal, as in reception, as in, you know, a mobile signal, cell network coverage, etc., etc. Probably horrendous up at the Mac Loop, I would have thought, or thereabouts. Also, or non-existent, yeah. Also, one needs to consider that you can go to the Mac Loop and stand up there for 3 days and nothing happens. And also, it's not exactly, a quick walk up a short pathway to the positions. It's quite a treacherous walk with all the clobber that I've got. It just, it's a shame. Okay. Well, shall we? Well, I'm just wondering whether it's worth possibly. Tap Rettles. EE works in the Mac Loop, but not great. Yeah, it's just the Mac Loop sounds great. It would be an amazing thing if we could just be there, guaranteed. You know, if the RAF or the US Air Force were to say, yeah, hey, listen, guys, we're definitely going to be out of the Mac Loop at the Mac Loop today. Between in the morning and the afternoon, you might want to get down there because you're going to be doing some crazy stuff. Yes, brilliant, thank you so much. We take that risk, but even then, it's we get called out to do things with people, folks. But one of the first things that we have to do is check our connectivity. If the connectivity isn't there, then we just can't do it. It's not a case of sort of like all the other factors might well come into play, but unfortunately, if the connectivity isn't there, then we just can't do it, unfortunately. Ron Boy 171 representing the Ministry of Silly Hats. Silly walks, definitely. Catherine Green, Gareth Fowler. One place would love to go if I could guarantee planes going through. Probably talking about the Mac Loop, I'd imagine. MPH 1980. Mac Loop is a slightly bigger hill than the Moose Hill in Anchorage. Yes, it is. I can appreciate that. It's a beautiful part of the world, is what the Mac Loop is. An absolutely glorious part of the world. I could go and sit out there and just ponder for a whole day. But that would probably bore you to tears. Catherine Green has gifted a membership. Thank you, Catherine. Very kind of you. What a lovely thing to do. Yeah, Mikey. Yeah, there's a guy who records the Mac Loop. Yeah, recording it for post-production is all one thing, isn't it? You can go up there, take your camera up there in the luxury, just the camera in your hand, nothing else. Maybe a sandwich box or something like that. Go up there and just sit down and enjoy the views and enjoy the sounds, the wildlife, probably some amazing birds of prey, etc., etc. Put it all on the card, bring it home and edit it, which is probably take about 5 minutes. Yeah, but for what we do, H did a geology field trip there once and got repeatedly told off for staring at planes and not rocks. Neil Robinson, Mac Loop, CAD West is hit and miss like East Coast Rangers, Donnanook and Hull Beach. Yes, we went all the way to Donnanook and got a helicopter. That's a perfect example of going for miles and miles and miles only to catch a helicopter. It was pretty spectacular, I've got to say, but it was over 100 miles for 10 minutes. Max bank angle, very funny. Oh, Gareth Fowler, it's a long climb to the top of the loop and you would need a rest of the day to recover. There we go then. It's out of the loop, should we say. Low fly area in Wales, where you can watch them fly. AH-64. Jeffrey Phillips, yes, exactly. How could you not look at the planes? I mean, really? You know, I'd be like, oh, come on, sir, really? I mean, the rocks are there. The rocks are there. They're permanently there. They're not going anywhere. But look at that amazing jet plane. Soon get him changed over. Neil Robinson, F15E is the replacement for the General Dynamics F111F. They were here through the 80s, still part of the 48th Tactical Fighter Wing, United States Air Force E. It's E. Mikey, that's true. Yeah, long way up there. Jay the Chatter, 1993, Balfour Town. Balfour Town lives a couple of miles away from the Mac Loop. Signal is trash. Good days, but not guaranteed, are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Exactly. So, you know. There we are. That's all over there. The Mac Loop is out, unfortunately, folks. Which is why we come places like this where you're guaranteed to see something happening. Norwegian Bear. Take care, Norwegian Bear. Let's see Ford Perks final flight through the Mac Loop live. That would have been good. Stephen Evans, yeah. Does make you wonder, doesn't it? I'm very fortunate. I have a toilet in the back of my van. Not that you'd like to know that, but I'm just letting you know. Yeah. Okay. Well. Well, it's pretty quiet here, folks. I think we will probably they said around about 1 o'clock, didn't they? That's 4 hours away. Okay, folks. We are. We're going to take a bit of a break, and we're gonna come back. Keep your phones, your notifications on, etc., etc., and we'll hopefully be back to bring you a little bit more military action later on. Yeah. See you in a bit. Everybody happy with that? Let's just have a little look. LFC Dan Dare, Star Wars Canyon in the States looks like a good place to go. No, Starlink. Sorry, Donald. Starlink, forget about. Scroll through Starlink. Never in a million years will we use Starlink. Bleeding great big dish. It's bad enough as it is. A bleeding great big dish hanging off me back. Looked like flipping something out of the Turtles. Mark Luddington. Well, to be honest with you, Mark, I think it's going to be just as quiet over in Mildenhall as it would be over here. Yeah. All right, folks. We'll catch up with you in a little bit. Okay, GP cover cut.
Hey, right up, mate, Jerry.
You all right, mate?
But